guys, Tatay Rams here and welcome to Tatay Rams Organic Hub. Today I am before this tiny little vegetable forest that we have here in the workplace. I have started developing this area a month ago, and I will let you see how they are right now. I call this vegetable forest because I grow them all together in one spot, and of course later you will see how they grow very well all together. And these have generations of vegetables. I intended it that way so that we will have a harvest, so that our harvest will not stop. So our harvest will continue while the older ones will go and die. The next generation will follow, and of course we will have a harvest of that generation, and the next generation follows after they grow old. Okay, so let's go and see the vegetables or the forest. We have here some climbing vines. We have string beans. I'll show you the string beans. They're already here. This one actually is the string beans, the leaf of the string beans. It grew together with this one, with this vegetable vine. We call this ampalaya. In our local language we call it palaya, but in English it's bitter gourd. So it grew with string beans. So our string beans are already bearing seed pods. So this is the tiny seed pod, and we have another seed pod over there. That one, it's another seed pod. Actually it's some flowers up there. I don't know if it's visible, but we have more foliage for ampalaya or bitter gourd. We utilize these branches of talisay as trellis for our climbing vines or vegetable vines. So actually it has about 4 vegetables climbing here. We have this, as I mentioned a while ago, these string beans, and this bitter gourd or ampalaya, and we have this orange sweet potato. Of course the leaves are green, but it's the meat of this potato is orange. Okay. And we have here different species of basilia, or in our local language we call it agbate, in Tagalog alugbate. So we have brown alugbate. This is the brown one, and we have this green alugbate, or the white one. This one is white. This one is the white one. This is the brown. This is the brown alugbate, and it has also red alugbate. This one are my red alugbate over here. Daghan ni siya dire. Murag natingob siya sa isa ka lugar. They're compact in one area. They don't like to climb. The fastest to climb are the green or the white ones, and the brown one. The red ones are not really that fast in climbing. Okay, I have about 3 generations of alugbate here, or basilia. This is Basilia rubia. The white one is Basilia alba. As I mentioned, I have three generations. This belong to the first generation of alugbate. That's inside the plant box, and the next generation, the second generation, is this one. This is the second generation, this line here near the plant box, and closer to me, this line over here is the third generation of alugbate. Again, I made sure that I have generations of vegetables here so that we will not stop harvesting, because the problem of having one generation of vegetable is that after they grow old and they're no longer productive, the harvest also stops, no? So that's why we have these generations of vegetables over here. I have also grown mongo beans or mung beans here. This is the mung beans. It's not yet flowering, not flowering yet, but sooner it will be. We have some okra also here. Okra, we have also 3 generations of okra here. So I think this is the first generation of okra. This one is the first generation of okra. The bigger ones is the first generation, and this is the second generation, this one. And we have the third generation here, these smaller ones. We have also one there. It's also just one line. It's one line also, but it's distance to each other. It's about 2 feet apart. So they are the third generation, closer to this cucharita. We call this in our local language cucharita, or in English we call it they call it Joseph's coat plant. Again, it's Joseph's coat plant. So this is our tiny little vegetable forest here, and I'm happy to show it to you because I am amazed by their performance. Actually, we only put organic compost here to supplement the soil, because the soil is when I evaluated the soil before planting or growing, I noticed that it's kinda dead soil. So we mix it with this organic matter from the leaves and twigs that we have here, and it's a beautiful enhancer, soil enhancer. Look at the texture, maganda yung texture niya, and it's really soft, and it's good to to mix it with the soil like this. So the plants could really benefit from it, no? And then of course it will provide also good moisture to the soil, because we are covering it with organic matter. So again, for planters and growers there watching us, it's not good to expose our soil. It's always good to have cover. Actually, this is mimicking the forest environment. The forest floor is always moist, and that's the reason why there is so much life in the forest. So this foliage over here, makita ninyo, are covering our soil. Of course, we have placed some organic matter under these vegetables to make sure that the soil is covered, and of course the foliage also will help cover the soil from too much exposure to the sun. Too much exposure to the sun would end up the soil very dry, and of course it would be impossible for organisms to survive in such kind of environment if the soil is dry. So we have to make it moist all the time by providing cover, or they usually call it mulching. That's the method. We put the mulch over the soil so that it would remain moist, and organisms like nematodes or the earthworms, composting worms, bugs will thrive and survive. I've just noticed that I have these long string beans already here. It's long, yeah, it's very nice. very good. So we have, I think this is the first seed pod that we have here from our string beans. We have the next, and then we still have more actually here, and of course we have also ampalaya or bitter gourd over here. So it's close to the building or to the house are all ampalayas. Second line are the string beans, and the last line are the Basilia alba and Basilia rubia, or we call it alugbate. And we insert, between the string beans and the alugbate some mung beans or mungo. We insert mungo beans because legumes are supposed to be the ones providing nitrogen to the soil, because they are nitrogen fixing plant or vegetables. So that's why we have mungos or mung beans there, or plant, to supply nitrogen to our soil. So far our vegetables here are growing so well, very healthy, even without synthetic fertilizers. Of course, our Joseph's coat or cucharita will make it beautiful soon, once they will grow mature. It will add aesthetics to our vegetable forest. It will add colors, of course, to our design. The reason why we have this cucharita or Joseph's coat plant over here in the periphery, for the purpose of having barriers, so that the soil from here, from this plant box over here up to this area, won't be eroded, especially during rainy days. And that's the reason why we have planted a line of Joseph's coat plant or cucharitas here. So this serves as a blockade of the soil, so it blocks the soil from eroding from this area up to this area. So if we have like applied compost, so this cucharita would block the material from flowing from this area, because this is a kind of slope. The situation of this land over here is sloping from the plant box, going slope down there, that's lower area over there. So this cucharita or Joseph's coat really helps in containing our soil and our compost on top of the soil. We call it mulching, our mulch. So our mulch is composed of twigs and leaves, rotten leaves. Actually, our alugbati here are all came from stalks. Okay, they came from the kitchen, of course, from the mercado or from the wet market. And we are not throwing the stalks or the sticks. We planted them. Like this one is very new. This is Basilia rubia, and the red alugbate, and it's already sprouting. So that means it's alive. So it came from stalk. We are still waiting for this alugbate to bear seeds, so that we can propagate alugbate, brown, white, and red from the seeds or the seedling. Alugbate from seeds or from the seedling are a lot better than the ones from stalks or sticks of alugbate. I mean, the performance is really different. It's a lot better. The growth is a lot better, and it gives us more foliage of vegetables than from the stalk. Anyway, the purpose of why we use the stalk is just to provide to give us now later on the seeds. So that's the purpose, no? So like this, for example, it's already bearing seeds. So these are the seeds, still green. When it matures, it becomes black or dark. When we were young, we used to play with this one with our fingernails as coloring, because it's violet or lavender in color. So this is our tiny vegetable forest, and I hope you have learned something from this method of growing. Actually, I named it jungle method of growing vegetables. Jungle because it's all mixed up in one space, little space, and of course they are growing well, very well. And even they're already, some vines are already giving us seed pods or vegetables. We're still waiting for the bitter gourd to bear flowers, and then later on the vegetables. It would be very soon. So thank you for watching with us. I hope you have learned something, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Tatay Rams Organic Hub. So see you soon, guys.